Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So, I told you I was going to get this set right here, and I did get it. And it has SheRa, and it also has Supergirl in it. And it's a two figure set, and it's basically DC Universe and Masters of the Universe Classics. Now, I had this set in the past, and I actually sold it thinking that it was the same SheRa that I already had. So I thought, I don't need to open that. And I already have a Supergirl. Actually, I have two of them now, one customized, one regular. So I didn't want to spend the money on, or keep it, you know, because it was selling for quite a bit. And then I saw someone online, and they said, no, she's a little different, so it's the one figure they didn't have. And I thought, well, maybe I better get it to see just to make sure. So here it is, and let's go and do a comparison. So I do have an unopened regular SheRa right here, so we can compare. And this unopened SheRa, you can see she sports the kind of off-white skirt dress. And then she has an extra head in the bottom down there that has her tiara attached. And then she has a removable tiara up here on her forehead. She has the axe comb, the gold sword, the blue jewel, and she has the shield with the blue jewel. And her wrist cuffs are smooth, and her boots are also smooth as well. There's no detailing on the boots. So that's how the original SheRa looks. And the one in the package, let's take a look here. She does have a shield, but it's actually a different color. I didn't realize that till just this second. If you take a look, you can see that this shield is gold, and the one in the package is actually brown. So look at the difference there, the gold shield and the brown shield. So that's already a little different. Second is the sword. This sword in here is gray with a blue jewel in it, and the sword that came with SheRa is actually gold with a blue jewel in it. So that's different. She only comes with one head, and that's the one with a tiara built on it. And even the tiara, let's take a look. I have one other head right here. Again, it's actually brown, and this is gold. So even that's a little bit different too. So interesting. So there are some slight subtle differences. Now, some people said the sword that came with this SheRa in this pack is actually the one that came with Adora. So let's go ahead and talk about the one that came with Adora. Happen to have an Adora right here. Now, Adora is a really cool figure in that she doesn't have a tiara on her head, so it's kind of, you know, a bare head on there. And she has shorter hair. And her makeup scheme is just a lot cleaner than it is on the SheRa action figure. If you take a look at her sword, she came with a silver sword with a blue diamond. But what's different is, notice the whole entire sword is painted silver from top to bottom. Where the sword inside the 2-pack is actually two-toned, where it has, I don't know if you can see that or not, where it's silver and gray. So it was like made in gray plastic and then painted silver. So you can kind of see that two-tone. Now, where we've seen that before is actually in the weapons pack. In the weapons pack, we have a sword just like that that's two-toned, where it has the silver and the gray. So you can kind of see it's the same kind of thing. And you can see in the 2-pack here that it's actually painted silver because it has some paint scraped off right there by that blade. So it's actually cast in gray and then silver painted. Where this one, it looks like it's actually cast in silver plastic, not painted silver. So a little bit different sword that came with Adora. So Adora's sword's a little different. So that's kind of cool too. Now, so this SheRa actually does have some differences. One, the sword is like the one that comes in the weapons pack. The shield is not gold, but actually brown. And her tiara is slightly different as well. And it looks like maybe that might be it. Just the tiara and the shield. And the sword then is the same as the one from the weapons pack. And it looks like her boots are actually the same as the original SheRa's boots we got. So it looks like there's not a lot of difference in this figure except for its accessories and, of course, the tiara on her head. So let's talk about some other SheRas that were released. We also have the Bubble Power SheRa. Bubble Power SheRa. And Bubble Power SheRa is kind of cool. I actually, for my granddaughter, I gave her the weapon here. And you can actually put bubbles in here and just turn it and actually blow little bubbles, which I was surprised actually sort of worked. I mean, it didn't work spectacular, but it did kind of sort of work. So I was surprised. Now, what makes Bubble Power SheRa unique is that one, when her tiara comes off, she doesn't have a hole in her head. And you're probably wondering, what is he talking about, hole in her head? Well, the original SheRa, when she was released for the classics, she has her tiara that comes off, and she has a square in her head. So you can turn it over, and you can make it so it looks like that. Or turn it over, and it looks like she's wearing a mask, like she is some kind of mask vigilante. Huh! I actually like the mask look better, so that's why I keep her that way, with the big, spikes going up high. It looks a little cooler. Now, another thing about Bubble Power SheRa is she comes with the pink jeweled swords. You can see it's pink, it's gold, it's the pink jewel. And her shield has a pink jewel to match as well. Now, she does sport the long hair as well. And again, she has, like I said, no hole in her head. And she only comes with one head. And you can see she has detailing on her boots and on her wrist cuffs that also sport the blue. You can see. So you can see you got the detailing and the smooth, and the detailing and smooth on the boots as well. So that's the difference in those ones. And she also has this little skirt she comes with, and her cape is gold. Now, under the skirt, she actually has a slice that goes up her skirt. And the waist where it turns is actually in a different spot. On this SheRa, you can see there's actually a seam where it turns. And on this one, there was no seam. She actually turns underneath the skirt. This skirt was gray, and this one was like super white, which we all wanted. So everybody wanted to get this new SheRa and just swap out some parts to make your ultimate SheRa. And I will show you what an ultimate SheRa looks like. Here you go. Ultimate SheRa! And this ultimate SheRa is basically the Bubble Power torso, and then you swap out the arms with the original SheRa. So now you have the split going on, so she can widen her legs to fit on her horse. That's why the split's there. And she has the original boots, the original arms, the original head, and the original cape. So there you go. And then, of course, I gave her the sword from the weapons pack. So that's because that matches better what she would have in the cartoon. So there is my ultimate SheRa right there. It's a mixture of these two. So then, I have gotten some other SheRas. This is one I bought that was secondhand. And when I got it, the paint was just all coming off everywhere. So I decided to repaint her gold, which I didn't realize the original SheRa is actually more copper almost color than gold. And so this one actually has more gold. And so the head didn't match anymore because it was the wrong color. Because, you can see it's more copper color and this is more gold. And every time I tried to paint gold on this, it would just stay sticky and never dry. It was really annoying. I don't know what kind of material they made this out of, but it would not, the paint would just never dry. So I decided to take a 2000X helmet piece, or not helmet piece, with tiara, and actually put that on there with a 2000X SheRa. And I think it looks way cooler. And then, of course, I took, what is his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head now, but he has a furry body, not furry as in super furry, but plastic molded furry, and he has these armbands on, and I stole one of his armbands. And I think it was Chief Carnivus, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, and then use that for her neck piece because I did not have another cape to put on her. And that way then she can still have her necklace. And I think this looks pretty cool. Now, in the meanwhile, I did not have a tiara for that was gold, so I started trying to find some online. And I found this right here. This is actually a ring that was made by Han Cholo, I think it's called. And the idea is you wear this tiara on your finger, and it's kind of cool. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to get one of these just for the figure. So I actually did end up getting one of these, but I don't have a SheRa to stick it on. But you can see how it looks on the head, and it actually looks pretty cool. I actually kind of like that look. And originally I had this on her before I used the 2000X one on there. So there you go. Another way to do it. All right. Then we got our New Adventure SheRa. New Adventure SheRa. And this SheRa right here is pretty cool because she has the green shields. And you'll notice that they turned her silver instead of gold, which is funny because with He-Man, they made him gold for his New Adventure. So it's kind of cool, kind of a nice complement difference to have her in white and silver to kind of complement He-Man's gold New Adventures. So I decided it'd be kind of cool to take it a step further, and this is my customized one. Now notice the skin tone of these two figures is different. I actually swapped out real SheRa parts in order to match the skin tone better, because it was just not the right tone. So this one's the non-customized one, and this one's the lighter skin tone to match the regular SheRa. So I actually tore off her upper clothing part and re-put this back on and rebuilt it with a more fairer skin so it matched the other SheRas. But what I did was I made it glow in the dark. So let's check this out. Hold on a second. Lights off. Sometimes it's so slow. There we go. And let me go and charge these up. Burp, 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 burp. And once they're charged, you can see, look at that awesome glowing action. So kind of a fun, you know, now she has like laser power stuff. Boom, 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 boom. So that's kind of the concept I was going for. And I did the same thing also with my New Adventures He-Man as well. I made him have some glowing weapons too. So that was kind of fun. Let me kill this last light so you can really see it glowing. I guess it didn't help much. Alright. Lights on. Ooh, those are so bright. Alright. And then we got Adventure SheRa. And she came with these two heads here. And you can see it's kind of like a Hordak throwback. And then she has this short hair, which I never understood. She has this short hair. She becomes SheRa. She raises her sword, and whoop, the long glowing locks grow back in instantly. That just seemed kind of odd to me. And then when she changed back, she didn't have the short hair anymore, which was kind of really strange. She then had the Adora length hair. So I actually used an Adora head on her. I think it looks really cool. A lot of people have done the same thing and then put the black marks under her eyes. I did not want to mess her face up and doing it wrong. I suppose I probably could have used black tape and cut it out and stuck it on there. That'd probably be the best way to do it, to use some black electrical tape. Would probably work pretty good. And she sports the dual swords. Alright, so there you go. There is my tour of SheRa. Now I probably am going to open up another SheRa coming up here pretty soon. I haven't decided yet when I actually open the 2-pack up. I think I might, just because there are enough differences to warrant that. So when I do my grand opening of the 2-pack, I will make another video actually opening it up and showing you guys how cool this SheRa is. But for right now, I'm going to leave her in the package. I'll probably do it after the holidays. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Was it worthwhile getting this other SheRa just for this color? If you have this SheRa, is the shield actually gold and it just faded from being inside the box for so long? Because it has been in there for almost, what, 10 years now, I think? Let's see, we came out in, what, 2000? I guess not. No, it's been 10 years. There you go. So, yeah. So, let me know if this SheRa, when you got it, if it actually was a gold shield or a brown shield like that. And just maybe it just lost its gold luster to it, which I guess would kind of stink. But it's funny. Look how yellow gold this is in these pictures. And then you can see the gold is actually more coppery color, more brown color. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.